Hello guys, it's Pat from Pat back at it again. And again, I made the same mistake as the previous video. This was, just me playing KCK, but I had this issue with the audio, and we can see right here I changed deck after the bad streak with Stardust, and I decided to go with what I think it's the best deck that I have at the moment, the Meta Magnet. But as I told you when no one could hear me, I decided to get rid of all the entraps and just go with triple Cosmic Cyclone and just a couple of semi-limited, the always beautiful combo enemy controller and treacherous triple Cyclone for two reasons. One, because we need to remove especially the field spell like the one of the Gaia's, all the Gaia decks that I'm seeing around, and the second reason is because of the fact that paying 1,000 life points can help us trigger destiny draw even if our opponent's plays around that. So let's suppose our opponent just attacks with the monster of 1,000 or more, just not to trigger our destiny draw, and in the end phase we can just use our Cosmic Cyclone and trigger the destiny draw. So these are of course the live duels that I hoped to just comment live, but because of me being dumb, basically that's the problem. I'm now recording the voiceover, and so I started with Trey, and this was LP boost, so I'm not expecting Chronomaly right here, and I got a pretty good end. It began just with a couple of set cards, so if I'm not wrong this was just my opponent breaking. Then I got the perfect card. Magnetic field is just so powerful in this deck, because when I was thinking about which semi-limited to use in my deck, I was thinking that we didn't have an out for for monsters that cannot be targeted, but instead then I realized that we do have an out against monsters that cannot be targeted, and that out is magnetic field. Magnetic field is the out to everything. So here, as you can see, I just went in and my opponent did nothing, so just let the attack go through and we're chilling. Now next turn we are fine because we added the Gamma, and now we are able to exceed into a level 3. He did nothing. I decided to go for the Delta to increase the number of materials in my grave for my Berserker play, and because I already have Gamma, and plus if something happens to any of my level 3 I can still use my magnetic field. And actually here I'm gonna use the effect of magnetic field to summon the Gamma from the grave, use the Gamma from the grave's effect to activate, to special summon another magnetic warrior from my hand, so that I have 2 level 3s and that I can exceed summon without even performing my normal summon. Bodies got treacherous. That's not a problem actually, because the effect of Gamma still goes through, and so we have an alpha right here, and now we still have our normal summon. We got a couple of Berserker in our hands, so there's literally nothing you can do, because we're gonna first we're gonna get rid of the back row, thanks to the Ghostric monster we're gonna summon. I can't remember the name. It's a Ghostric monster, but what's the name? The name is Ghostric Alucard, I'm sorry. So Alucard now to get rid of the back row. Same thing can do the Soul of Silver Mountain, but the difference is that Ghostric Alucard can just pop the card, while Soul of Silver Mountain instead it's like a Sergeant Electro for all the OG players. It just locked that set card that cannot be activated. So I used that, and did I pop it? No, he activated in response, but it's Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, so we really do not care about that, because now we can just summon our Berserker and we can even get rid of that. So if he has no hand trap in his hand, we have lethal, and we still have our treacherous ready just in case. But just to be sure, I decided to pop that Shadow Imprisoning Mirror just in case, and then I just swing in, and as you can see right here, he has no hand trap, so That was pretty easy, not gonna lie, but I guess my opponent's brick, that's why. So, the first was a good one, I guess, right? Then what we got next? So my percentage rate was pretty bad, but at the end of this video you will see it will become much better. So actually really good surprise, but I told you guys magnets have become really good now thanks to the Gorgonic Guardian. They were already good, but with Gorgonic Guardian they have a turn one that is really insane. So this is a Cyber Dragon, and I actually am afraid I lost this one or not. Let's see. So we've got a Beta to Hadzagama, but basically we've got nothing left. Now I was thinking about, you know, summoning the Berserkian, cause Berserkian can be a really defensive play, because if he gets destroyed, we can just special summon all the guys back on the field, and it's like we've got 4 monsters, Berserkian included. So that's why I thought about this, but in the end I decided not to go for it. And usually this is a misplay, because if my opponent has the usual combo, the usual Cyber Dragon combo with Fusion Gate and Cybernetic Fusion support, I'm dead. That's it. But he just started setting cards, so I guess I was fine. So at the end of the turn I decided to use my Cosmic Cyclone, but unluckily I picked the wrong one, because I just picked a Cosmic Cyclone. And then in the end phase, of course, Beta, special summoning the Delta, and sending something to the grave. I guess we sent another Alpha maybe, because we don't want to draw it, or Gamma, okay. Now next turn we've got the play with Gamma, so we can get rid of the set card. We even get the Magnetic Field. I was so happy. Look at me. Look at how happy I was drawing Magnetic Field. Of course, keep in mind, guys, that all the cards that we have in the deck, all these staple, you know, all the tech cards like the Cyclones and the Treacherous, are really cards that are not forgotten in the deck. You just surrender right here. I was saying they're not forgotten in the deck. Forgotten. I mean, because of magnetic magnet warriors being able to thin the deck, to send cards to the grave, to search for cards. We have a couple of monsters that search cards, a lot of monsters that send cards from the deck to the grave. The deck becomes thin really fast, so drawing into your tech cards becomes easier, and that's why now this deck is good, you know. So there you go. This was the a perfect beginning, but now I was, you know, kinda in doubt whether to summon my Gorgonic Guardian or not. But just seeing, you know, Joy made me feel like it was not needed, and I decided to stay with my Gamma and Beta. And then because I had also my Treasures, so I was chilling. But usually you want to summon your Gorgonic Guardian against an Onomat, so. He summoned this, and then of course the game, of course Konami. But guys, I can assure you that there's no microwave in this room when I'm recording. Where I was playing, there's no microwave. And look at what happened. Of course, I just got disconnected out of nowhere. I couldn't do a thing. I don't know if it's a cheater or not. I can't understand this game. I cannot say it's a cheater, because these things unfortunately happens, and you can see right here all my frustration for that. You know, just interrupting a streak and losing a bunch of points, and also your winning percentage just because of an error. That just sucks. Not gonna lie. And so let's move on, hoping not to face these issues again. Yeah, well, you can actually admire me complaining against Konami right here. I was so frustrated for that. So okay, we got Odeon right here. The hand is good, but it's not the best one, because you usually want to have a Delta when you have a magnetic field in your hand, kind of like. So this was a Satellarknight deck with, of course, the trap skill of Odeon, and so it goes all the way through to Deltaros, of course, and it's got the set card that usually is a Stellar Nova Wave, if I'm not wrong, so the counter trap. But it was unlucky because I got one of my Cyclones, so and now it's just that. Now it's just me thinking on how to get rid of Deltaros without triggering its effect, because you know, guys, when Deltaros is sent to the grave, he gets to summon a Satellarknight from his deck, but he has to be sent to the grave. Also, it's an if effect, so it does not miss the timing. So the only way to deal with Deltaros without triggering its effect was to swing into it with our magnetic field. So using a magnetic field effect allows us to bounce Deltaros back to the extra deck, thus not triggering the effect. That was my plan, of course. I was thinking right now, in this moment, just if Gogani Guardian could work, but I don't think Gogani Guardian negates the effect in the grave. So someone please correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't think I have ever tested something like that, but I do not think it works in the grave for a monster that is sent to the grave. So you see, I was thinking about that. That's the thing. But in the end, I decided for the correct play just to use my magnetic field right here. So I draw Delta actually. So sending the Gamma, then Gamma using its effect to summon the Alpha, adding the Berserkian. We've got also Treacherous to protect us as well, just in case he draws into Altair into the next turn, and I could just swing in, getting rid of my Alpha to use the effect of Magnetic Field, and then swinging in. Next turn is not gonna draw anything. Actually, the only card that can save him is Altair, but we know that even if he draws Altair, we have Treacherous, so it's actually scoped. There was no chance for him, so... Actually, and at this point, the loss because of the connection is even worse. But there's nothing we can do, so I guess it is what it is. So moving on, we've got what we had next. We got Jaden Yubel, and what was this guy playing? This guy was playing Gouki. So as you can see, all the duels I've made so far are on screen. So these were all the duels I made for KC Cup, and this is not a good hand. I mean, we have to wait to see what I'm about to draw, but for now it's just not that good. So double set and a set monster, perfect, because we've got double Cosmic Cyclone, so simply perfect in this moment. So I could just get rid of both, and also with this I have my Destiny Draw ready for next turn. Keep in mind that double Cosmic Cyclone means Destiny Draw. So in this deck, using a couple of Cosmic Cyclone means also to draw whatever card you want from your deck. So I went with Delta, sending a Gamma just in case, but I was wrong because I should have sent the I don't know, a Beta, so that if I draw Magnetic Field, I could have summon Beta and then add something spicy, because I actually have Destiny Draw, but in the live duel I forgot that I triggered Destiny Draw, so kind of misplay for me. Another Gouki Suprex, and it's fine. Toggle on, because as soon as he summoned that, and now as you can see, I waited for him to enter the battle phase because I thought that if he had the Gouki Scorpio, he could summon him, but actually Scorpion is a normal summon, not a special summon. So even if I control monsters and he does not control monsters, he cannot summon a Scorpion after he already normal summoned. But that's fine, that was more safe, definitely. So of course, double effect of Suprex and Twist Cobra. Now I think there's no way for us to have lethal right here, because even if we have Destiny Draw, I mean, even if I had sent my Beta to the grave, wouldn't make that much of a difference actually. So Destiny Draw right here, and I decided to go with the Beta in the end, right? And here I'm realizing that I misplayed. Here I'm realizing that I misplayed, as you can see. So I have to go with beta. There's no choice. In fact, I went with beta. I was disappointed by myself, as you can clearly see from a webcam. So beta ending alpha, just to set the play for Berserkion and starting to deal some damage. I kinda feel really safe because even if I can use the effect of Twist Cobra somehow, just getting a Gouki suplex and Twist Cobra already, I can tag out my beta, summoning a delta, and then I can protect my delta with the enemy controller. So I'm really chilling. I don't think there's a way out for him right now. Actually, my hair are pretty bad, right? Oh my goodness. So now I was just making my calculation because 2 Goku Suplex were in the grave, and it was really unusual for him having another. Really unlucky to have another the third in his hand. So he started with Musket Chameleon, and I didn't understand why. Now I was afraid of Black Rose Dragon, but it didn't happen. He tried to attack. He attacked my beta, so I tagged out, summoning a beta from the deck, but. And then I let him suicide into a hit because there was no point in protecting beta because I cannot go into a Diamond Direwolf, so there was no point in protecting my second delta. That's the thing. Here I'm reflecting right now. I'm just thinking about the things that I just said to you now. So. There you go, Delta is coming. The prismatic one, of course. Yes, Delta sending another alpha to the grave because we already got an alpha in our hands, so we do not need another one. Here I was thinking about protecting whether or not protecting my Delta. Come on, Shizuka, just be quick. So, we're definitely chilling. We've got also the magnetic field, the perfect peak. You can literally read the satisfaction in my eyes. So, I could just go into a Gamma without performing my normal summons, using the effect of magnetic field to bring out the Gamma from my graveyard. And get rid of the back row, as you can see in a moment. Summoning my Ghostric Alucard, of course. Plus I have my Berserkion, so ready to be summoned, so there's really no problem here. Ghostric Alucard is coming. I didn't want to pop Twist Cobra because I was afraid of some hand traps, so I didn't want him to look for another monster to add. Canadian Alucard. And I was chilling because at this point I changed my enemy controller. I take control of Twist Cobra so that I was not forced to destroy it, and then I had room for my Berserkion, so there was really nothing to do right here. In the end, he had no hand traps. But I do not think that maybe a Kydroid could have saved him. Yeah, but there was no Kydroid right here, so pretty nice. So going on. So if I didn't actually had that loss because of the game, now I was on 4-win streak, right? Yami Yugi against Yami Yugi. I expect this to be a Gaia deck, right? So we've got, I mean, not one of the best end, but at least we've got a tech card to use. So setting the play for next turn, I went for Gamma because I already had Berserkion in my hand. I can anyway send the Alpha to the graveyard thanks to the tag out of Beta. He started setting a couple of cards and then Galloping Gaia, there you go. And just nothing. He ended turn. I decided not to use my Beta's effect because I was afraid of not drawing an alpha. And I wanted a couple of level 3 to summon my Ghost Alucard. So in the end, you're seeing I'm using more my Ghost Alucard more than my Gagani Guardian in the end. So there you go. I could just go into a Ghost Alucard, of course, to get rid of the back rows. I was thinking about Gagani Guardian, but with 2 set cards, the best choice will always be Ghost Alucard. Using the ones with lowest attack. Book of Moon. And it's fine. Got an enemy controller also. Alpha can just tag out, so we are in a good spot. No response for the attack, so it's fine. The first 1700. And actually he didn't use the skill, so he could have Destiny Draw. Galloping Gaia right here using its effect. Revealing the Gaia First Origin and adding the Curse of Dragonfire. So now I suppose he does not have Gaia the Magical Knight. So this means I'm more than chilling. A pretty hard breaked Gaia right now. So the only thing he could do is just to summon the Gaia, the First Night Origin, by discarding it exactly, but there's not really much he can do because he has also 1600 attacks, so it's not big enough to go for the Ghost Trick. But then he had Dragon's Mirror, so that was a good play, but my play was even better. So enemy controller, because Dragon's Mirror can only fuse monster from graveyard or field, so if I take control of his Gaia, he has no monster to summon his fusion monster, and I couldn't activate the effect of Alpha, and I wanted to keep my Ghost Trick because now with Ghost Trick I wanna force him to pop that back to activate the back row. And there you go. So Ghost Trick to pop that was a chalice, useless. And now we're chilling because we can summon Berserkian, but we can just summon the Delta to add some fuel to our big boy. So Delta sending. I didn't know what to send, but actually does not mind. It doesn't matter. So we got all we need. I just popped also the field dispel just in case, but he surrendered. There you go. So as you can see right now, the win streak is pretty nice, and as you can see, magnets are really that consistent. Now, as I told you also in the last live duel video, the point is that to start seeing, in order to see only top tier and meta decks, you need to go past 10k DP. Otherwise, you're gonna see a lot of strange decks mixed up with, of course, meta decks. So this was a good hand, I guess. We have now is a play set for the next turn. We got the field spell as a defense as well, and we got a tech card, our enemy controller. Guys, the more I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, the more I realize that when you play one copy of a card, the game actually helps you draw it. So if you play a card only at one copy, you're gonna always have that card in your hand, like 90% of the time. So it's a Mayakashi deck. Makayashi, what's the name? Mayakashi, sorry. So Mayakashi deck, he's got the two guys, but I decided to use my enemy controller because I didn't want him to start all the synchro summon all the way to the level 9. So first I used the effect of Beta to tag out, send a Gamma to the grave, and then enemy controller to take control of the little girl. the tuner actually. Continue a spell to send a monster from the deck to the grave, actually from the field to the grave, and it's fine to draw a card. He is looking actually for a back row, I guess. Did he find it? Yes, he did find it. A couple also. So he's got a couple and nothing else. But we've got our beta. Our gamma, so we can summon him, use the effect and summon another one. Also we have a summon from the grave, so we're chilling thanks to magnetic field, so we are really chilling right now. After adding the Berserkion, we have also all the guys for the Berserkion play. I decided to go for the magnetic field first, just in case, actually, because if I exceed summon now, then I won't be able to use that. So I went for the beta just to have an extra search. So as you can see, the deck things up so quickly. Sending another alpha, actually looking for another alpha. Then exceeds Shogun into Ghostly Card to start getting rid of back rows. There you go. Decided to pop the central one. Mayakashi Metamorphosis was actually not that useful, and so I think he has just lost because now he could summon another monster, but I got my guy. And the only thing that with that trap card, the monster he just summoned cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effect for this turn, and it's fine. But I mean, we can pop all the other ones. Basically, we've got just a couple of fuel, you know, to pop the set card and then the other monster. And then you could think I had no lethal, but I actually can attack with the alpha using magnetic field. You know, to bounce that monster back to his end. So in the truth, I won. Thanks to magnetic field. There you go. Bounce back to hand, and then I have lead and it just scooped, of course. There you go. So as you can see, I'm just going up and up and up. So what we had next, can't remember. Ultimate Dragons Blue Eyes, there you go. Pretty bad hand. I mean, a Delta will definitely change this hand into a good one, right? And of course I've got double Cosmic Cyclone in my hand, and of course this Blue Eyes player is not gonna set any back row, of course. In fact, he's just about to start with the alternative, then Sage effect, and then of course he's gonna synchro summon into the Blue Eye Spirit of White. Blue Eye Spirit Dragon without any back row, of course. I actually got beta. It's not that bad. I mean, actually I needed only one magnetic electromagnet warrior, because now with magnetic field I can just swing into the spirit and make it bounce back to the extra deck. So that is the purpose. So I added alpha because I can send gamma back, gamma to the grave with the effect of delta, tagging out beta. So I'm chilling, and then I just set all my quick play spell, just in case next turn he draws a back row. Keep in mind, guys, that if something happens right now, and I had my whole life points, my 4k life points, in my opponent's turn I could just use both my Cosmic Cyclone on each other to lose 2000 life points and trigger Destiny Draw. Keep in mind that. So he's gonna go all in with the ultimate dragons, fusing a couple of his blue eyes to go into the twin burst. But the problem is that twin burst, if twin burst attacks, magnetic field is gonna send him back to the extra deck. And I decided not to lose any life points because I did not need Destiny Draw, that's the truth. I can just send a Gamma to the grave with Delta's effect, and I have all the stuff to summon a Berserkian, so I actually do not need my Destiny Draw. He swinged in anyway, wrong in my opinion, of course. He was thinking about that, but it's fine. Because of course, guys, this effect of magnetic field does not target. So now there's just nothing you could do. I can just summon the Alpha. Why didn't I summon Alpha? I don't know if I'm complaining right now. I summoned Beta because I can use the effect of magnetic field to bring out the Gamma from the grave. And then with Gamma's effect, I can summon the Alpha to add the Berserkian. That's just how easy it is. So I'm just, you know, confirming my choice. Meta magnets are here. They're really powerful, not gonna lie. They are really powerful. Of course, me just thinking which monsters to use as Xyz material just not to mess up with Berserkian Summon. Ghostly Calucard, because the good thing about Ghostly Calucard is that he can pop even a set monster. So you can target a set card, but it does not have to be a back row. So there you go. Now I have more than lethal. 1800 plus the 3k of Berserkian, so it's Baboosh. As Baboosh. Pretty easy. So that was, you know, you can see how many wins in a row I got. And actually that one was the one before. Actually I had only wins until now, because the one I lost was a disconnection. So definitely magnets are one of the best choices. So this was instead Zane, and if I'm not wrong, this would be my first loss. So look at this. He's got the perfect card that it's played in Cyber Dragons, but it's not that much played as the other ones, so you will see in a minute. So I thought I was kinda safe, but I couldn't have done anything different actually, so there was nothing for me to do different to save myself in this situation. So he started with Cyber Dragon Core, and it's fine, adding the cybernetic fusion support actually, or the actually the fusion. Because he's already got the cybernetic fusion support. So look at this craziness. Then Cyber started to summon the Protoss, and then using Fusion Gate. But as soon as you activate Fusion Gate, of course I used my Cosmic Cyclone. But look at this play. He chained double Cyclone to pop my Treacherous. That was the only thing that could stop my his Chimeric Rampage Dragon. Then in this moment I'm just realizing that I lost. Look at me. Look at how I'm struggling to understand that I lost, because even if I activate Treacherous like I did, I can pop a couple of monsters, but you can actually fuse from the grave thanks to cybernetic fusion support, and only one Chimeric Rampage Dragon is more than enough to finish me off. So that was kinda lucky, not gonna lie. He also activates the cybernetic fusion, but there was no way actually. There was no point in doing that. He could have waited for it. But there was no point in waiting also as well, because I have no other back rows to pop. So even if Kinetic Rampage Dragon misses the timing for his first effect, it does not care. And here you can just see me being defeated. The disappointment in my face tells everything. I didn't surrender, just let me do the stuff because it was just quickly. And guys, we stop here with the first loss in 6 or 7 duels, in 7 wins in a row. So I'm definitely gonna keep on playing with this deck. It's pretty cool. And if I do not see, if I start seeing only Onomats with no back rows or Thunder Dragons, I think, or only Cyber Dragons, I think I'm gonna go back to the version with Entraps, with triple Kuribo and double Kydroid. But keep in mind, you can also use Battering Boxer Veil. There's a very good options in this deck. I forget about that, especially if you don't know use Cyclones. So guys, that was all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed these live duels in the KC Cup, and of course feel free to ask me whatever you want in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.